Hello everybody. Okay, so in this video we're actually going to go through terms and conditions and the privacy and cookie policy page. Now I'd actually recommend that you actually separate them out, mainly because I've actually shared with you over in the academy some terms and conditions and privacy and cookie policy templates, and both of them are pretty big when you look at them. So basically when you go through and you do this module, you'll be able to find both of them to download. So open them up. They are Word documents. However, you will be able to edit them over in Google Docs as well, if that's what you've got. And all you need to do first of all is download them, save them, make a copy, and then basically change everything to your own company's information. All right, okay. The cookies and things, because code blocks are not allowed in the MailChimp website, then it's actually going to just be MailChimp's own cookies and things. And I will see if I can find the links for those and again add them into the module for you, so that again you're popping in any information that MailChimp wants to give. Now if you don't want to go to the extreme of, because this is a really big one, this will protect your business for GDPR. Okay, it genuinely will, and as businesses we're actually meant to know all of this. Okay, but I also understand that it can be very time consuming. So what you might want to do is still watch this video so that you know how to do this, okay, and still download the templates and then work on it in your own time. But in the meantime, to quickly get your website online, because this is a huge document, this privacy one, you could then in the meantime use actual MailChimp's built-in one, which I'm going to show you in a minute. Now also the other thing over in the academy that I've actually shared is if you go and sign up for my freebies hub, which is here, so the freebies hub, so all you do is just click on join free, and it just pop in the details that you've already created your account with, hit the sign up, and now it will add that onto your academy account. Okay, and in there, this is where I'm going to start throwing some freebies for you guys. Okay, so at the moment there is a chat and clarify call that is not available anywhere else. It's not on my website, it's not anywhere else. Okay, that is a free 45-minute call where we can talk about and go through anything and everything. So if you need a little bit of tech help and advice, or you want to brainstorm blog ideas or content creation ideas, or you just need a little bit of help with your website, like whatever it is, you can use the chat and clarify call and book that in. And the other thing is I've actually added all of the GDPR documents and templates that I've purchased. Okay, so don't tell anyone. I'm sure I'm not meant to really be sharing them. However, basically there is loads of them. All right, there is absolutely loads of them. So like I said, add that onto your account, the freebie hub, and then you can go in here and you can add all of them. There's lots of actual templates. There's an actual guide there. There's an actual tool there that helps you figure out your risk and issues management. And then obviously the website templates are those two that you'll already be able to download from the module as well. Okay, so there's GDPR is a really big thing, guys, and it just depends on what type of business that you've got, on how many of these things are actually going to be relevant. Obviously, whether you're a limited company or anything like that. Obviously, all of this is based on on Europe and UK law. So unfortunately, if you are elsewhere, then you'll have to check out what you can get hold of for where you're based in the world. Okay, but I'm hoping that this will at least give you an idea of the kind of things that you need to be looking into for your website. Okay, so like I said, if you want to do that, but you know it's going to take time and you need to do research, but you want to get your website live, okay, then the thing that we can do right now is we can just leave this MailChimp thing on. Okay, so I will show you what I mean. So if you see this created with MailChimp and report abuse, this is actually MailChimp's own MailChimp badge. There we go. So this is their own that they've got in, basically. Now this is new. this has just appeared, so you can add your own policy and terms, which is basically what I'm saying to you guys, and I'm going to show you in this video. But the other thing you can do is just leave the MailChimp one on for now. And the MailChimp one will just take them to the actual MailChimp site. However, they can also report your website, basically. So I personally would still go the route of adding your own, okay, and then turning that one off. But I think you have to upgrade because I don't have this on my own Celestial Arts account. So I'm guessing this isn't actually available on the free one, guys. So depending on what MailChimp account you've got, you may see this or you may not. Like I said, I hadn't actually noticed that because on my own Celestial Arts one, I don't have that. So I'm guessing that this is on the free one. So yeah, so if you're on a free account, then obviously you've got to use the MailChimp one, and that's absolutely fine. And again, I don't know what account this unlocks on because this is obviously very new. So see whether that's there on yours or not. If it's gives you the option to turn it off, then you'll be able to do what I was basically suggesting in my video of then creating your own. But we're still going to go ahead and do that anyway. Okay, so you're going to want to actually create them as separate pages because those templates are absolutely huge. All right, so what I'm going to do first of all is I'm going to go to the Pages tab. All right, here we go. So, and I actually don't want them to be visible on the navigation. So I'm just going to go to Add first of all, and I'm going to do Terms and Conditions, but I'm not going to click the Add to Navigation. And now I'm just going to hit the Add button. And this is how you can create any other hidden pages. So this is how you would also do any landing pages to advertise a certain thing where you don't want it added to your menu bar, but you still want the URL to be able to share with people on Facebook, Twitter, whatever. Okay, for that particular product or service that you've created a landing page for. All right, okay, so I'm now going to go in and edit that. So there we go, right. So this is our terms and conditions page. So having a think about it. Okay, there we go. All right, so this is my terms and conditions page. So first things first, I don't want any other text up there, so I'm literally just going to change that to terms and conditions. And then get rid of the rest. Okay, all right. Don't need that, so we can get rid of that. All right, I'm gonna see if I've got a header that I can upload. Let's have a look. So header terms and conditions. Okay, so uploading that. And there we go. Right, okay, now that doesn't work brilliantly with that. So what I could try to do is I could try to change that, or I could add that overlay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and add the overlay. So I'm hitting save and close, and then I'm going to the section, and I'm heading over to the featured. And then I'm scrolling down, and I'm going to change that to a white. And then I'm just going to up the transparency a little bit. Now, can you see what that's then doing? Okay. So it's just adding a little bit of a transparency against that header image. Okay, and again, this is all just about kind of figuring out your style, whatever it is the design is that you've gone for. Obviously, I'm just doing this off the cuff and I haven't put any design time into this, but obviously I'm hoping that is something that you guys have actually been doing on this so that you can brand it to your actual design that you created over in Canva. Okay, all right, so we've got terms and conditions. Now, the only other thing that we need on here, we actually don't need any of the other blocks. All right, so what we're going to do is we're just going to save that. We're going to go back to the blocks. And in the about, I'm actually going to obviously delete that. And then I'm going to drop a huge text block in there. There we go. Okay, all right. Now, let's pretend that in my Word document, or if you've opened it in Google Drive, your Google Drive document for your terms and conditions, you've already edited everything. You've put all of your company stuff in there. We're now just going to copy that entire entire page of text, and then over here we're literally going to paste it. Okay, and then we're going to hit save and close. Now obviously you can edit this, so you know, say you don't want it to have some certain stylings that obviously it's picking up from the style guide that we've already set. Obviously you can then go in and manually change those things, but that to me is actually copied over okay. All right, so I'm actually pretty happy with that. And again, we're just pretending that I've changed that over to my company. All right, so the rest of it, it's not needed. So we're just going to remove the rest of those blocks, guys. Okay, so we're going to remove that. We're going to remove that, and we're going to remove that. All right, okay, there we go. So that is my terms and conditions page. All right, so next, I actually now also want to create my privacy page. All right, so what I'm going to do again is back on this pages, I'm going to click add, and I'm going to click, I'm going to call it privacy. Again, I don't want to add it to the navigation, so I'm just going to hit the add button. All right, okay. And then it's down here again. So now I'm going to go into the settings, and I'm going to do exactly the same thing. All right, so again, just upload your header image or a photograph, or just change the color if you want to. Whatever it is that you've done your website style and design as. So I'm going to upload another image. Privacy, there we go. And insert. Okay, and then again, I'm just going to change that text. Now this is actually privacy and a cookie policy all in one, which is what the GDPR actually need us to create. So again, I'm just going to delete all of that, delete that, because the subscribe button is not needed. That actually you can kind of see on that one, so I'm just going to leave that one. And again, it's exactly the same. So I'm deleting the about block, but I'm still leaving the actual about area there. I'm going to hit save and close on that one. I'm going to go back to my Word document, or again, if you've done it in Google Drive. And again, I'm going to pretend that I've actually changed this so it's all of my company stuff. So where you see it all in that yellow color, they're all of the changes that you need to change to your information. Okay, but it can take a while to figure all of this out. If you need any examples of this, you obviously can go to my celestialarts.net website, because I've actually used these and obviously changed them to how my business operates. So you're more than welcome to have a nosy. Okay, so we've just done the same thing again. We've just moved a text block over to there, and now we're hitting paste again. We're going to hit save and close, and we're going to take a look at that. Okay, again, that's actually formatting wise, that's actually copied that over pretty okay. I don't see really anything too bad there. All right, okay, so again, we don't need any of these blocks, so these are all just going to be removed in their entirety. So remove that one, remove that block, remove that block, and then remove the last one. Okay, all right, so there we go. We've actually created those pages, but right now, we can't get to them. I know, right? Obviously, I need to change the header colors again for that. So to do that, I would just need to go back again in there, go to the section, come back over to my brand style guide, and this is the color that I've used. So I'm just going to copy that color, go back and to the I think it's in the header bit that I need to do that. I've slept since then. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so that's now right on that page. And then if I now go back to the terms and conditions page, I just need to quickly do the same on that one. So again, I'm just going to sections, header, and then I'm changing my background color for my navigation bar to what I've done throughout the rest of the site. Okay, I mean, to be honest, the other things that I did was that as well. Okay, right, so hit save. All right, okay, so how do we add those? Sorry, you know that I've got to do this, right, guys? Because, you know, yeah. How do we now add those so that people can still see the privacy and the cookie policy? Well, what we're going to do, and again, you'd have to do this on all of your pages because the footer isn't universal, is in the footer, we're going to actually add links. Okay, so the first thing that we want to do is we want to, again, create blocks. Now, what you can do is you can just drag a block, and then when you hover over these things, you can then see, you get an idea of where blocks can go. Now, this is obviously a 2-column thing going on. Now, that's actually really good because what that actually means is, because it's a 2-column, and with a text block, we can change it, if you go to settings, to 2 columns as well. In effect, we actually could change our footer into 4 columns, okay? Or we could change it into 3 and things like that. So that actually gives us quite a lot of stuff. And we are going to do a footer video as well. So we're going to have a bit more of a play around in that. But for now, I'm just going to leave it as 1 column. Okay, I'm going to go back over here. And in here, I'm actually going to want it to... I'd probably change it to maybe bullet points so that people understand that it's navigation. So the first one's going to be terms and conditions. Okay. And then the second page is going to be privacy and cookie policy. Okay. Now, if I really, really wanted to, I could also come back up here, undo that, and I could you know, give this area like a title. So it could be info. And then you could add any other pages that, again, you didn't want to appear on the main navigation bar. Then you could add those there as well. Excuse me. Okay, so how do we then turn these to links and how we format it? So my info, I'd obviously like that to look pretty nice. So let's have a look at, yeah, so heading 2 would work okay. And I guess heading 3 would look okay, yep. And then these I'd actually probably want as heading 4s. So let's give that a go. So it is, heading 4 is okay, but possibly not the best. So let's try heading 3. There we go. All right, so if that's going to be heading 3, I'm going to change that to a heading 2. But I personally would still say they're a little bit big. So I like all of the rest of the formatting, but I'm just going to reduce the size of those. So let's take the size down. So let's say maybe a 15 or a 16. There we go. All right. So there we go. And like I said, you can play around with this so that it fits with your design. Okay, so how do I now turn that into a link? So the first things first, we need to publish our site. In fact, what we need to do is we need to see what you called your URL path. Okay, so this is our URL path. All right. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take one of those dashes out. And I'm now going to save. All right. And then I'm just going to quickly check what that one is, and that's privacy. Okay. So we're going to publish the website. I'm now going to go and view the website. Now, obviously, any links that we do will change if you then purchase the domain name that MailChimp offers you, okay? Or if you repoint your own domain name over here. But if you haven't done that and you're just using this one just to get something out there, then this is going to be the URL that we're going to need to copy. So I'm going to do a / and terms/conditions because that was what it said that page was, and it should load, and there it is. So as you can see, the page does actually exist. Okay, it is live on this website. Okay, and it does actually exist. It's just that it's not currently on a navigation bar. And then the privacy one should also do the same. So we'll double check that as well. And there it is. All right, so the privacy one's there. So what do I mean by we also need to get this URL? So this URL that says paula-rulia.mailchimpsites.com, that we actually need that. I mean, we need, to be honest, all of it. So I'm just going to copy the entirety, and we're going to come back and we're going to go to, I can't remember which page it was that we did it on. So let's have a look. It's either this, no, it's the privacy one, of course it is. There we go. Right. But like I said, you're going to have to do this on all of them, because unfortunately the footer does not go across all of the pages. Right, there we go. So I'm going back into this box, and where it says privacy and cookie policy, I'm selecting it. And then can you see this little link icon? I'm going to click on that, and it's going to open this box. And I'm going to leave it as it's going to a web address. And I'm now going to paste that entire link. All right, so the Paula Rulli and MailChimps.com privacy. The advanced options are you can ask it to open in a new window, but because it's actually part of our website, we don't need to do that. Okay, the title is actually going to be what the page is. So it's going to be privacy and cookie policy. Okay, and we don't have a different CSS class assigned to that. Okay, so I'm going to hit insert, and as you can see, that's now changed into a link. All right, now it's going to be getting that from your overall style guide. So again, if you're not happy with that, you can change that in your style, or we can select it and we can have a play with it as well. Okay, the next one is terms and conditions. So again, I'm highlighting it. I'm going to click on the link. Now I'm going to hit paste, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to delete where it says privacy, and I'm going to write in what it was for the terms and conditions page. And that was literally where it said terms, --conditions. Okay. Then back over here, again, I'm going to unselect the open in a new window. I'm going to type out that it's the terms and conditions page. Okay, and hit insert. So there we go. We've actually got our links now. So I'm going to grab both of those because I'm not happy with how the style's going on those. So we probably will have to change our kind of link styles and things on those guys. But yeah, so for now I'm going to hit save, and then I'm going to republish. Okay. All right, so I'm now going to go back to that page. And then basically from that page, and again, like I said, if you then copy this and do this in all of them, you'd be able to get to it to any of them. And we've now been taken to our terms and conditions page. All right, and obviously you can do that with any other pages that you don't want to have on your main navigation bar up at the top. All right, so that's it. So that's how you do your terms and conditions. That's how in the meantime you can use the MailChimp built-in one, or if you're on the free one, unfortunately you do have to use the MailChimp free one. But if then you're on a different package, then you can remove this MailChimp badge and you can use the others. Now basically what that does is it just takes them to MailChimp, and obviously then it takes them to their whole cookie statement, where you can then view exactly what it is that what cookies they pop on the site, because obviously it is a MailChimp website. So for now you can still get away with that, but I've shown you how to now do them so that in the future you can do those if you need to, and also how to create other pages that are hidden, and also then create a sub navigation in your footer as well. All right, but yeah, play around with how you can style those as well so that you're happy with how that looks. Okay. All right, so I will see you in the next video, where we're again just going to have another chat about what else you can do down here in the footer. Okay then, bye.